Stephanie Paulsell and Vanessa Zoltan, we are just so grateful that you joined us today for your lecture at the Yale Youth Ministry Institute, lecture on creativity and imagination and joy. And you shared some wonderful stories, how whether in something that looked like a church setting or something that looked like a very secular setting, gathering millennials in a warehouse or in a bar or picket, you have moved to create community, vulnerability, sharing, openness, etc. And I would just like to ask you what you've learned, particularly in some of these non-traditional settings, about how you welcome or how you invite or how the space that you set. What is the path to the communal experience that you're hoping for?
So we do 3 things to welcome people when we gather people to do a Harry Potter sacred text experience. The first is when they come in, they get a note card and a pencil. And so we think of that as giving them a gift as soon as they arrive, but also they know that they are going to have to fill that out, right? There's a promise of you are going to be involved here. This is not you watching us. This is going to be participatory. And then the second thing that we do is we call it Dungeons and Towers in order to keep it Harry Potter, but a basic roses and thorns, something good from your week and something bad from your week. And we model that, and the line that we use, which we stole from someone, is that sharing with someone who you don't know, we encourage people to share with someone they don't know, and that it should be like yoga. You should be pushing yourself in terms of vulnerability, but not hurting yourself in terms of vulnerability. And we try to model that from the stage by sharing something not so great from our week, and then we end on something hopeful, something nice about our week. And then the third thing that we do is whatever it is that we've expected people to read in order to be able to participate, we do a recap of. So if it's multiple chapters, we will do a 1 or 3 minute recap. And if it's just one chapter that we've asked everyone to read, we'll do a 30-second recap. And the point of that is, one, that it's fun and we make it into a competition. But it's also the idea that you don't have to have done work in order to be here. We will catch you up. And if you've never read this before, don't worry about it. We are going to tell you what you need to know, and you are welcome here, regardless of what it is that you are bringing to the space.
And I think, we saw that today when we gathered with the group for the lecture, that, some people had read Harry Potter and many people hadn't. And yet everyone was able to participate in the Lectio Divina with the first sentence of the series, because Vanessa told them the sentence, she repeated the sentence, she said it, every chance she got, and it just opened a space for people to enter in. I think the other practice that Vanessa and Casper have really helped bring into these kind of unexpected settings is the practice of blessing, because they each bless a character from the Harry Potter novels at the end of every podcast. And I think that's some people's favorite part, is hearing a character be blessed. We don't have many opportunities to bless each other in our society and culture outside of specifically religious institutions. So I think thinking about, caring about someone else's difficulties and offering them a blessing on their way has been a really wonderful practice that has that I think is new to a lot of their listeners, but that people really respond to.
And we always end with a blessing for the audience. So we each bless a character, and then, we just, out of gratitude, we would just be 2 people doing this alone if other people didn't join us, and offering our gratitude and offering them a blessing for their week is it's the last thing we do before we say goodbye.